The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Have you ever been a victim of a partner's revenge?
Mainly, I don't came across to get hurt. So I just avoid the relationship when I get to a place where you don't have time to things go wrong. I just want to get out.
It's been a while since I've been in a relationship that ended badly, but I'm sure most people have, because heartbreak makes you do crazy things.
I don't think I really believe in revenge. I mean, I understand that people cause you pain, and your job is to then work through that pain. But it's just a cycle of, if you cause other people pain, it just becomes a bit of a cycle. I think anger is a really powerful emotion, and it's a useful emotion. Like, it tells us something is up and we need to attend to something in ourselves. And it's valid. Often it's valid. If someone has done something terrible to you, it's completely valid that you feel angry about it. It's just how you behave in relation to that anger. So I completely understand the urge for revenge against somebody else. I get it entirely. So there's no judgment about that. Because my anger is as powerful as anybody else's, I'm sure. It's just about the choice you make in terms of what behaviour you attach to that anger, what you turn the power towards, I guess.
It gets a lot of anger out, but I don't agree with doing anything illegal. I had a boyfriend who cheated on me with a distant cousin of mine, not naming any names. My revenge was like when he saw me with my husband now. I didn't really do any revenge. I was just happy that I was with someone else.
Why do you think some people, they do this to their partners or to their ex-partners?
There's a lot of reasons, just because they don't accepting the outcome of the situation. And that may be one of the reasons why. And it could be because they get jealousy if somebody else is going somebody else and they hear about that or they don't like that. And this is another reason why they do that revenge.
I think in the heat of the moment, you think you're doing the right thing and that you'll feel a sense of satisfaction when you do it. But I think afterwards you do regret it quite a bit. So you think you're doing it right. Your friends are encouraging you as well because they're upset on your behalf, and you do whatever you want to do. You get your revenge, you're feeling good. A few days later, you start to regret it. You're thinking, oh, was that the right thing to do? I don't know. In the moment, you feel a lot different to how you normally feel, and it's easy to forget that you had a good time with that person and you feel good with that person. But when things end badly, it's just all out the window and anything's possible.
Some people are nasty. Some people would always look out and try and, get their own back. But you've got to be a good person in this world, haven't you?
I think so too. No, I think, some people are nasty, can be a bit rude and maybe spiteful, so if they want to get back at you, but I don't think it's the best way to do things. I think play it cool, be nice.
Yeah, because if you spread hatred, bad vibes will come back to you. It's never worth it.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to hurt somebody you love, then you're then going to see somebody that you love hurt, and that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you. Because if you love them, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be trying to hurt them, and them being hurt is going to upset you. So we'll come back to get you.
Let us know, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever taken revenge on someone in the past for something they did to you in a bad relationship you were betrayed, cheated on? Have you ever taken revenge? And what happened? Let us know. We'd like to know your comments. Look at that. The desire for revenge is born from a wound. Okay, maybe rejection, betrayal, whatever caused a wound. When you are hurt, someone hurts you. There is a wound, it's hurting. So you want to inflict the same pain in the person that hurt you. But that doesn't solve the problem.
No, it doesn't. And I cannot say most cases, but in all cases, when there's revenge, the person that's doing the revenge, she might feel a little bit like, oh, okay, he got what he deserved, what she deserved. But then later on, there's always consequences. Yeah. It's like if someone comes and stains your shirt a little bit, little black dots on your shirt. Instead of you going and cleaning it up, what do? You go and you lay on the dirt and you roll on the dirt and you get all dirty. You get all messy with the situation.
Exactly. So it's not going to make you feel better. It only makes you feel worse. In fact, it makes you feel worse on the long term, later on. Yes. Because the more you are hurting someone, you are hurting yourself as well.
Of course.
You are making the wound even bigger. instead of treating yourself from that wound, instead of using your time, resources wisely, what are you doing? You're wasting your time, you're wasting resources to hurt somebody else. And it's affecting you even more.
Yes.
It doesn't solve the problem. Getting revenge will make me feel good. And this is what we said. No, it's not going to make you feel good. On the contrary, it's going to make you feel worse in the long term and make you waste precious time.
It's like if the person didn't suffer enough, what happened to them? And it's like they want to continue in that suffering, that situation. So they go and they revenge. And then there's regrets. And then there's so many cases of people, like they betray someone and then the other person betrays them back. And it's like regrets.
It backfires.
It always backfires.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to go now. There's a report actually and on the celebrities. Let's see this report about revenge, and we'll be right back.
When a person feels that they have been hurt and humiliated by someone else's actions, especially if this involves their former partner, a desire for vengeance can be triggered in their mind. Driven by the desire for vengeance, some people commit barbaric crimes with the intention of causing extreme suffering in the other person and often without thinking about the terrible consequences of their actions. With the increase in acid attacks in London over the past years, yet another case has left everyone shocked. Last year, a medical student, Milad Roof, attacked his former girlfriend, Rim Alaoui, when she answered the door of her home in Brighton. He was disguised as a woman and was wearing a padded fatsuit, sunglasses and a visor when he knocked on her door. He then handed her a note, and as she lowered her head to read it, he threw acid over her and ran away. The attack happened 6 weeks after Rim Alaoui had broken up with him as heard in court. The reason for such a violent act would be that he got jealous and angry at being rejected by her. Therefore, he premeditated the attack in order to carry out revenge. The victim has been left with life-changing injuries and has undergone 5 major operations since the attack. The criminal has been sentenced to serve 15 years in prison. With the advancement in technology and the rise in social media use, another form of revenge with a growing number of users is revenge porn. Revenge porn consists of the sharing of private sexual material, whether photos or videos, of another person without their consent and with the purpose of causing embarrassment or distress. In the UK, it is classified as a sexual offence and is punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine. In 2017, model and socialite Black China filed a lawsuit against her former fiancé, Rob Kardashian. She claimed to have suffered significant damages after he posted a series of social media posts which included allegations of infidelity, drug and alcohol abuse, and several nude photos. She claimed that the posts and the scandal that followed resulted in the couple's reality TV series Rob and China being cancelled after the first season. On the 20th of June of that year, just hours before the case trial began, the couple reached a settlement without sharing details of this. They had stated that they wanted to resolve the issue for the benefit of the couple's young daughter, Dream. Is revenge good for the one who carries it out? Or does it only bring momentary satisfaction and then ends up causing even more pain? How can one deal with the emotions that make a person want to inflict pain on another? This is what you shall learn now.
Very well, you see there that revenge is never good. It's never good. And it backfires, and the person is caught in a loop, right? Mm-hmm. Because they want to pay evil with evil, right, Mila?
Yes.
And it's like if you were to say, somebody robbed me, Now I'm going to rob someone. But now you are also guilty of a crime. You don't do that. If someone robs you, steals from you, a thief, you don't go there to take revenge on someone and steal the person. No. And you know, Mila, the problem is sometimes people misunderstand things. They say, oh, if this person did this to me, I cannot accept to be defeated. It's like the person has the upper hand, but it's not true.
No, they're stooping to the same level as the other person that did wrong.
Yeah.
So even though you had the reason, you had the upper hand at the beginning because you were wronged, you become wrong as well.
Yes.
You stoop to the same
You become
level.
just as guilty as that person. So it's like the person did something wrong. The person goes here, right?
Yes.
And instead of you staying there, now you want to go down to their same level. So people have this misunderstanding that I cannot be defeated. I cannot lose. You know, this person did this to me. I cannot let this person win. But the loser is the one who betrayed.
Yes, exactly.
The loser is the one who did what is wrong. There's a quote from Albert Einstein. Look at this. Weak people avenge. Weak people avenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people completely ignore. So weak people, they take revenge.
Because they don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
They don't know how to come out of that.
Yeah. Strong people, they strong. They overcame grudges and now they can forgive. But they got hurt. They got hurt and they decide to forgive. They overcome the anger. They overcome the feelings, the wound. These are the strong. But the intelligent, you see how he appeals to the reasoning.
Yes.
He appeals to the brain, right? The spirit, not the heart, not feelings. Intelligence tells you that you should ignore, not even allow yourself to be hurt for something you didn't do.
Yeah. So in the examples that we're giving in the beginning, not only the big mistakes and cheating, but the little things between couples, the everyday things, you know, if you ignore, you can just move on, you know. But if you pay back, it's going to be always friction. Always, sometimes we speak to a couple when they fight over the silliest little things. You know, oh, because she didn't speak to me, so I didn't speak to her. Oh, because she left home in the morning, she didn't tell me where she was going, so I got my car and I left as well, and I didn't tell her where I was going. So it's silly things that are childish things that are causing problems in your marriage.
Yeah.
Just because you're in this loop of revenge, of getting at each other, and it's pointless.
So singles, make sure you forgave, you forgot, you let go completely. Don't waste one single second of your precious time in someone who doesn't deserve you, who doesn't deserve any attention from you. So leave the past in the past. Look forward. And you who are married, you know, I think you need to understand this. That, you know, we need to forgive each other. You need to forgive each other. But Pastor, my wife is nowhere near where I want her to be. Pastor, my husband is nowhere near where I want him to be. I know. This happens to everyone. Yes, we get disappointed. We are humans. We are full of flaws. But Pastor, you don't understand. My wife did me something wrong. Or my husband did something wrong. Yes. But how many times you did wrong things against God, against Jesus? Do you think you are somewhere near where Jesus wants you to be? Am I right?
Yeah, and
there's still much for you to achieve, for you to change, for you to become. But still, you know, Jesus, He forgave you. He loves you the same way. And if you understand this, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you understand how many flaws you have, if you have your spiritual life with God and you understand that you are full of flaws, you make mistakes, that there's so much for you to learn, you're never going to be demanding something from your spouse. Mm-hmm. Am I right? Because you understand your relationship with God, how much God forgave you.
And we need to be merciful, no? The Bible says, blessed are the merciful, because they will receive mercy. If you're not merciful, you won't receive mercy. God will not be merciful with you because you can't be merciful to the person that you love.
And also, if you don't forgive, you cannot be forgiven. Because why is that God can never forgive someone who can't forgive? Because this person has no clue. This person has not understood what Jesus has done for them. If they only understood, how much God forgave them, what God did for them, they would be glad to do just a little bit. Can you forgive just a little bit? After God is saying, can you do this after everything I've done for you? Just this little bit is not going to be their heart,
and
right?
In a marriage, we must forgive. It's an exercise we have to practice every single day.
Exactly.
Even in the most perfect marriage, because there's no perfect marriages, but the best marriages, we have to always be forgiving each other because we're always going to be making
just like
mistakes.
God has to forgive us every single day.
Yes.
Every single day.
The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.